I could only fly, I would fly so high, I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so right, so right, so right.
inside my ears. I wanna lay my head and face the fear. That's my way. That's my way.
I miss home, but there's a feeling in my bones, like a part of me don't know what home is anymore. And all these lines keep me frozen in time, while the ones I love keep moving down the line. Sometimes I wanna be on my own, but I don't wanna die alone. For your love, I'd be gone by the morning. Ooh, hold on, honey. Ooh, someday's gonna be one day soon. They promised hope, but I've heard all that before. And all the blood I poured won't be your free ride back to shore. I've been thinking that we all want a taste of fate, but lately all I hope is that my kid's proud of his name. Sometimes I wanna